I'm a hustler on a mission. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens.
Yo, I'm headed up there about I'm headed up there about an hour. I'm headed Joe way about an hour. You up there? I'm headed up about an hour.
You have it listen, you type it in, and then you go digging.
You literally just.
Bonsoir. Merci beaucoup. C'est très gentil.
Will the real Jim Carrey please stand up? The comedy legend showed off his French skills while accepting the César d'Honneur Lifetime Achievement Award at the 51st César Awards in Paris. The star of The Mask also sent tongues wagging after giving a rare red carpet interview, where some questioned his unrecognizable appearance, even going so far as to suggest it was actually an impersonator or even a clone. Dun dun dun! The 64-year-old Canadian-American actor has taken a significant step back from public life until the event on February 26th had everyone talking. On stage, he delivered an emotional speech where he honored his father and spoke entirely in the country's national language. Alrighty then. How was my French? Almost mediocre, right? He joked. But after the ceremony, he had fans scratching their heads, thanks to this Vanity Fair clip, which was reposted to X and has over 6 million views. In the clip, the Sonic the Hedgehog actor looked unrecognizable to some fans, who insisted he had plastic surgery or was replaced by an imposter. No way this is the real Jim, one person commented on the video. That's not him. Jim Carrey's always had brown eyes, prominent brown eyes. This is the worst impersonation ever, said another. Must have had a lot of work done to his face. Looks very different, another wrote. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but that's not Jim Carrey, said another. Makeup artist and celebrity impersonator Alexis Stone is now claiming, or trolling the gullible people on the internet, that they were in fact the fake Jim Carrey in Paris. Somebody stop him. Celebrities are just as baffled. Megan Fox wrote, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real." Others defended Jim's fresh new look, with one arguing he looked the same as he did during his last public appearance for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony in November. "Leave the man alone," one person wrote. Amid the social media chatter, Jim's rep Marley Leslie confirmed to Page Six that Jim indeed attended the César Awards. A spokesperson for the award show also shut down the impersonator claims, calling the rare appearance by Jim Carrey a historic moment. From Ace Ventura to The Grinch to The Riddler, Jim Carrey has played some of the most memorable characters on the big screen. His movies have grossed a collective $6 billion at the box office. Despite his massive success, he pulled away from the spotlight in recent years and is thought to be spending a lot of time on the island of Maui in Hawaii, where he owns a waterfront home in Makena. But what do you guys think? Was this the real Jim, or is there a smoking gun? Let us know in the comments.
I need y'all to get this to DJT.
Okay.
Get this to Donald J. Trump soon as possible.
All right.
Hey, Donald Trump, listen here, bro. Hey, how much you paying per illegal?
This is an angle I haven't considered yet. Oh, this is big. Oh, this is real big.
How much you paying per illegal? Cause I got about 50 niggas over here, tall ones, like 6'1", 6'2",
Wow.
6'3".
Wow.
That I know can run a Mexican down.
Right.
In 0.3 seconds, easy.
Oh, that's fast.
We can round their ass up for you. All you got to do is let me know what the price is on their head. I got some niggas out here ready to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? The dope game over with, Donald J.
So he's saying, bro, activate the crackheads.
I need y'all to get this to DJ T.
Okay.
Get this to Donald J. Trump.
Nah, he ain't say activate the crackheads. That ain't what he said, my boy. That is not what he said. That nigga said activate the hustlers. I don't know what the fuck. See, that's where the crackers get the shit fucked up at. You feel me? Nah, nigga, activate the hustlers, nigga. Because the hustlers the one trying to get money. You feel me? A crackhead only trying to goddamn support their motherfucking habit, nigga. The dope game over meaning niggas ain't selling dope no more. That's what he mean. Niggas can't sell dope no more. How it ain't beneficial as it used to be selling dope. How you know what I'm saying? So he like, we got some hustling ass niggas out here, strong ass, fast ass niggas that didn't go to the league because they was out here in these streets fucking around. And nigga goddamn run them niggas down because they run a goddamn probably 4-4 or 4-3 in the 40. Them niggas ran 4 point under fives in the 40. The way that nigga talk, them bitches ran 3.7 in the 40. That bitch talking. That bitch saying 0.3 seconds.
Trump soon as possible.
All right.
Hey, Donald Trump, listen here, bro. Hey, how much you paying per illegal?
Hey, it ain't their fault though. They programmed to think like that though. You feel me? That's the whole ass upbringing and they programming that they've been dealt with, that they motherfucking parents and everybody else done instilled in them, and they don't think for themselves. That's why they programmed to say bullshit, ignorant ass, puss ass shit like that. You feel me? Because if a nigga was a goddamn call all these crackers racist and shit, they'll say this and they'll feel the same way. I got black friends. I hate a pussy ass racist ass cracker that's talking about they got black friends. Bitch, so what? I got white friends, but that don't mean I don't put my people above them. The fuck? The fuck? Just because I got white friends, bitch, I don't value my people more than them. Y'all motherfuckers got the motherfucking resource to hold a nigga back and shit. Y'all got the connections to hold a nigga back from getting promotions and all this other shit and advancing in life throughout the country and the government and everything else. That's what racism is. Prejudice and racism is not the same thing. Bitches get prejudice and racist confused all the time. Prejudice and racism is not the same thing. At fucking all. Racism can hold you back from progressing as a person, as people. Prejudice is just not liking the specific motherfucker because of how they is or what they are. That's prejudice. Nah, man, I don't think that's motherfucking Jim Carrey though. It could be him with work done and all that, but I don't believe the real Jim Carrey would do that bullshit. You feel me? Like, I don't think the real Jim Carrey would do none of that bitch ass shit. Botox, anything. Now his eye color, nigga could wear contacts with different eye color, bro. That ain't nothing different. Like, My cousin have been doing that shit since he was little and shit. You feel me? Changing their fucking eye color with contacts. Bitches ain't even need glasses. They just had color contacts just to fucking put them in their eyes and shit. Bitch, I need glasses and contacts. I could use contacts, but bitch, I had this thing with putting shit in my eye, like touching my. I could touch my eye, but putting something in my eye, hell no. And then my god brother used to lose his contacts, and he used to fall asleep in them bitches. This one that was just like fresh on the market and shit, whatever. But them bitches be stuck on his eye. He'll go to sleep, and them bitches he'll wake up. That bitch be stuck all behind his shit, and I still think this nigga got some shit stuck behind his eye. I don't know what that nigga used to lose the bitch behind his eye so much. I used to be like, hell no, man, I ain't going for that shit, bro. Have a fucking whole bunch of contacts lost behind your eye, just behind your eye, fucking up your nerves and shit. Hell no. How the fuck do you get a contact from behind your how the fuck do you get that out, man? Like really though. I don't really how the fuck do you get a contact out from behind your goddamn eye, bro? Like you fall asleep with a contact and that bitch behind your eye. How the fuck you get it out? You know what I'm saying? Now my bitch had some shit, had some contacts and shit. And she used to go and sleep in them bitches all the time, but she ain't never said no fuck shit about that, like that happening to her. But if I'ma do that, I'ma just go get LASIK surgery, you feel me? That's what I'ma do. I'ma just go get LASIK surgery. This shit, the motherfucker get my shit fixed permanently. That's what I'ma do before I got now get some damn contacts. That's that bitch ass shit. Hell no, man. I ain't fucking with that shit like that, bro. I ain't even check my well-being. Let me check my shit right now. This phone going dead. Every time my phone go dead, this shit don't want to act right. Shit be blowing me, bro. Just fucking act right, bro. Just fucking do what the fuck you supposed to do until you die, bitch. Just cause you under 15, you ain't even under 15% yet, bitch. Just cause you approaching 15%, you want to do some bitch ass shit. Just refresh the damn page, man. What the fuck? Everything moving slow. Computer moving slow. Phone moving slow. Whole moving slow. Yeah, fuck that. We good. Welcome to the lit house. Whatever you do, keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? Fuck that shit. Get paid, and that's every single motherfucking day, nigga. I still feel like I should have that over here somewhere, but it don't really matter. It do and it don't. It never does. Like, why should it? This shit be tripping because of this piss. This shit just be blowing me, bro. I don't know why this shit just be blowing me, dog. This shit just gonna piss me off until I can't get any more pissed off of. It's just gonna try to keep pissing me off, but we gonna keep it going. Stay focused. Create a positive impact a day and later. Do your shit to the fullest, nigga. I don't believe that is the real Jim Carrey. No, I don't. Yeah, he could have got Botox, shaved his face, and did all that shit. But I don't believe Jim Carrey would have did none of that. The real Jim Carrey don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He could be going.
Remember college? And now college is over, and here comes your student loan debt. Is private student loan debt wrecking your life? You really need to
There's no meaning to any of this. I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am. This is a piece called Carrey, We're All Broken. It represents all the different modes of life and all the different people and all the different things we go through. But it's important to remember, especially for me, I would never show up anywhere if I didn't understand that everyone was broken in some way. You know, what am I is the central question. You know, right. Why am I here? What am I? You know, don't get me wrong. You know, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part. But I don't think of that as me anymore. It showed me that there were characters being played everywhere. As an actor, you play characters, and then if you go deep enough into those characters, you realize that your own character is pretty thin to begin with. You know, and a lot of characters I've been about duality, about what you show the world and what you really are. And so
now this is the Jim Carrey that nigga look like, because his hair and shit. That's why I'm like, man, I don't believe that not Jim. But then it's like, do he got a movie role? Do he got a new role or something? But then he retired, and he don't got to do shit. That nigga, every movie, all his movies combined gross, they said over $6 billion. And nigga, even if you get 10% of that, you can retire.
Well, I've always been trying to reconcile.
10% of $6 billion.
I was two people my whole life. I was in the living room entertaining people, being a monkey, you know, doing my thing for the company and trying to relieve my mother who was suffering. She had rheumatoid arthritis and phlebitis and everything under the sun that was nagging at her, and she was depressed. And I wanted her to be free. I am at the top of the mountain, and I was, and the only one I hadn't freed was myself, and that's when my search for identity deepened. I wondered who I'd be without my fame. Who would I be if I said things that people didn't want to hear? Or if I defied their expectations of me? I found myself subjugating Jim Carrey for Andy Kaufman and Tony Clifton, and then at the end of it, looking for Jim Carrey again and having trouble finding him. You know, and then suddenly have this separation and go, who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist. I don't exist. They're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. No, I'm not always happy. That's for sure. Happy is the weather. And but I do live in a sunny place. Right. Yeah, I just have enough, rain to let the flowers grow. Right? You know, depression only happens when you don't accept what is, and when you're playing a character, you know, in life. So when I tried to go back and play Jim Carrey, I got depressed, and now I don't try to do that anymore. To find real peace, you have to let the armor go. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen in all of your glory. My father was not only the funniest man in the room, but he was a fantastic saxophone player. And before I was born, he had an orchestra in Toronto. But, you know, in order to be something special, you had to leave Canada and come down to the States and prove yourself in the States. He was a little bit afraid of that transition, and also he had a family to take care of, so he became an accountant. And as time wore on, it wore him down, and he got a little bit bitter, especially when he lost his job when he was 51.
Well, you know, when my father lost his job, I was pissed. I was like one of those things. My dad, how dare the universe? The thing was, he wasn't happy. He would come home and just, that damn guy, man, I tell you, one of these days, I'm gonna, you know. Right. So I don't know what happened.
That really broke him. Not only was he compromising to raise a family, but when you compromise and you fail, it really hurts. It hurts even more than failing at what you love.
Boy, that's real as fuck. That's some real ass shit, boy. When you compromise and fucking fail, bro. Like, bitch, I ain't even want to do this shit in the first place with bitch, pussy. Boy, that shit, boy. Ooh, that shit just hit me, boy. Cause boy, that nigga just, boy. When you compromising that shit, boy. Well, I know exactly what that nigga was feeling like, boy.
That really broke him. Not only was he compromising to raise a family, but when you compromise and you fail, it really hurts. It hurts even more than failing at what you love.
And a lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we'd just gone camping, you know.
All you know is you ended up living in a car.
Exactly. For a while, we pitched a tent on my sister's lawn, in the country, and then for a while, we went to campsites around, Ontario. Right. We'd use the facilities there. And my father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that was possible for him.
And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. It's like my old man didn't get to see everything, but he saw it happen. And it's happened for him as much as it did for me.
If you only do one thing to kick off 2020.
Man, that's some real ass shit, boy. You can fail at what you do want. I mean, you can fail at what you don't want. You don't even want to do that bitch ass shit you doing. And you worried about failing at that shit. And it's some shit that you really want to fucking do. It's some shit that you really should do, that you know in your soul that you really need to fucking be doing. But you be putting that shit off to the side for what? You might as well do the fuck that you want to do. Because the shit, you can still fail at the shit that you don't want to do. So, nigga, you might as well do the shit that you want to do, nigga. And if you fail, fuck it. So what? Because you could fail doing the shit that you don't want to fucking do anyway. So why the fuck would you give a fuck about that?
Your call. Join the action and
I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. And I had nothing at that time. So it was like, but it just made me feel better. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet. They're out there.
So your dad was the janitor, your mom was the janitor, and janitors and security guards / security guards. And every day,
the whole family.
My father would come to relieve me from my 8-hour shift, and there would be a new hole in the wall in the office, shaped like my fist. I'd have some trumped up excuse to the buffer. It just flew out of my head.
Like you would punch the walls. You were so
Oh
angry.
yeah, man. See, factory workers used to mess with my head by like taking, defecating in the sink, or I had to clean it all, man.
Oh, you
I had to do the whole thing, but the whole time I was singing and I was dreaming.
I really want to speak to the fact that I've had some challenges in the last couple of years myself. Ultimately, I believe that suffering leads to salvation. We have to somehow accept, not deny, but feel our suffering and feel our losses. Thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience. It does allow you to separate who you truly are and what's real from the stories that run through your head. You have given them the ability to walk behind the mind's elaborate set decoration and to see that there's a huge difference between a dog that is going to eat you in your mind and an actual dog that is going to eat you.
I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself.
The hardest part about show business is acting off camera, because there are a lot of times when you have to act off camera. You can't always be your authentic self, which feels the best, really. But it's when you're not being yourself is when it becomes tough. It's like, so I have a new rule in my life, and that is I only act in the movies.
What's happening right now inside everybody is they're going, who am I? And they're depressed, a lot of people, because they're trying to hold up an image in the world. And that's what depression is. People go like, oh, Jim's been depressed and stuff. Well, yeah, I was depressed when I was trying to be the Wizard of Oz instead of the sweaty guy behind the curtain. But now I know that Oz is a character, and I think everybody deals with that. Everybody walks around and they go like, why am I depressed? Well, it's because you're trying to be something for the world, and as soon as you let that go, better things happen because they're just happening, but it's not, now it's just sadness. Sadness comes, happiness comes. It's the weather that flies by in the sky. It doesn't sit on you long enough to drown you. People talk about depression all the time. The difference between depression and sadness is just, from happenstance, whatever happened or didn't happen for you, grief or whatever it is. And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me. So a friend of mine who's a spiritual teacher has a really good take. His name is Jeff Foster. And his take on it is that they should change depressed as deep rest. Deep rest. Your body needs to be depressed. It needs deep rest from the character that you've been trying to play.
Right.
The great powerful Oz. I'm the great powerful Oz. How dare you come near me? Kind of thing. And you're just the sweaty guy behind the curtain. I used to be a guy who was experiencing the world, and now I feel like the world and the universe experiencing a guy. I'm just excited, really, about always changing, about crossing back and forth across the river, throwing the hounds off the trail. I love that.
Just when we think we've got you, we know you. You're off on another route.
Absolutely. And if I feel like I've been figured out, boy, look out! I will become something completely different. You know, maybe I might not want to become something completely different, but express something completely different. I always felt like if the world is going crazy, I'll be calm, and if they're calm, I'll be the one hanging off the chandelier. We are babysat by the television. We're taught how to think by the television. That's the dangerous thing about what's going on right now. There are generations growing up right now who are learning to lie. That lying is okay. That this
kids say fake news.
That you're supposed to hate half the country. You know, and if anything, we've got to get back to a place where we realize that a vote is not who you are. Now, fear is going to be a player in your life. You get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it.
Yo, I just typed that in and it made the whole track? Nah, this wild.
AI music. Who would have known? Jim Carrey reveals secret world domination plan. March 5th and 6th, Cosmic Vault opens. I don't know, we might want to look at that too. March 5th and 6th, the Cosmic Vault opens. I don't know, I kind of want to.
Tomorrow isn't just another Thursday. It's the day the universe has been building toward for months, and if you miss what's about to happen, you could be walking past the biggest financial and spiritual opportunity of the entire year. March 5th, 2026. Mark this date, because on this day, something extraordinarily rare occurs in the sky. A perfect alignment between
my baby. Happy birthday to my daughter. My baby. Happy birthday, baby.
Sun and Jupiter that astrologers have been calling the vault opening. And here's what makes this absolutely electric. Jupiter isn't just anywhere in the sky. It's exalted in Cancer, sitting at its absolute maximum power, like a cosmic billionaire ready to write checks. This isn't just astrology. This is ancient wisdom colliding with perfect celestial timing. The Sun in Pisces and Jupiter in Cancer are forming what's called a trine, a 120-degree angle that creates frictionless, effortless flow of energy. And when these two celestial giants align like this, money, opportunities, and miracles don't just knock on your door, they break it down. But here's the thing most people won't understand. This isn't random good luck. The universe has been strategically preparing you for this moment. And if you've been feeling emotionally drained, like you've been shedding old skin, or if you've noticed things falling apart in your life recently, keep watching. Because there's one specific reason why this had to happen to you first.
Why?
And I'll explain exactly why later in this
Why
video.
did it happen? No, I want to know.
So stick around.
I want to know why.
For now, just know this. What arrives tomorrow isn't just wealth. It's the kind of abundance that changes your entire emotional foundation. The kind that makes you finally feel safe. And the wild part, it's already on its way to you. The universe had to clear you out first. You need to understand something. Before the vault can open, the universe has to make room. You can't pour fresh water into a glass that's already full of toxins. And that's exactly what happened just 2 days ago. On March 3rd, a total lunar eclipse ripped through the sign of Virgo. Now, if you felt that eclipse, and trust me, you did, it probably wasn't pleasant. Virgo eclipses are surgical. They don't gently suggest changes. They force them. They cut away everything that's been draining you, the exhausting routines, the toxic work dynamics, the relationships where you're giving 90% and getting nothing back. This eclipse targeted the systems in your life that have been held together by sheer willpower and obligation. Maybe a job situation suddenly became unbearable. Maybe a friendship that's been one-sided for years finally reached its breaking point. Maybe you realized you've been running yourself into the ground, trying to prove something that no longer matters. And here's what nobody tells you about eclipses. They're not cruel, they're precise. That Virgo eclipse didn't randomly destroy your life. It strategically removed the dead weight so you could actually receive what's coming tomorrow. Think about it. How can the universe deliver unexpected money, miraculous opportunities, and profound abundance if you're still buried under obligations that suck every ounce of your energy? It can't. The vault can't open if there's no room in your life to store the treasure. So if the past few days felt like a cosmic demolition, that's because they were. The universe just cleared the warehouse. And tomorrow? Tomorrow it delivers the shipment. Tomorrow the Sun and Jupiter lock into perfect harmony. Here's where things get wild. On Thursday, March 5th at 12:15 in the afternoon, the Sun at 15 degrees Pisces forms a perfect trine to Jupiter at 15 degrees Cancer. And if you understand even the basics of astrology, you know this is massive. The Sun represents your core identity, your life force, your conscious will. Jupiter is the greater benefic, the planet of expansion, wealth, luck, and divine grace. When these two align in a trine, it's like the universe saying, everything you are is now being backed by unlimited cosmic credit. But it's not just that they're connecting, it's how they're connecting. A trine is a 120-degree angle, and in astrological geometry, this is the aspect of pure harmony. No friction, no obstacles, no struggle, just effortless, natural flow. When the Sun and Jupiter trine, opportunities don't require force. They arrive because you're vibrating at the exact frequency the universe rewards. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. People appear in your life who want to help you succeed. Money flows in from unexpected sources, tax returns you forgot about, freelance gigs that land in your inbox, gifts from family, random refunds, promotions you weren't even angling for. And here's the part that's going to blow your mind. This isn't happening in fire signs or earth signs. This is happening in water signs, Pisces and Cancer. That means the wealth coming your way isn't about aggressive hustle or grinding yourself into dust. It's about emotional alignment, intuitive hits, and deep subconscious receptivity. The miracles tomorrow don't reward the loudest person in the room. They reward the person who finally feels safe enough to receive. Jupiter in Cancer is the secret weapon. Let me tell you why this transit is so absurdly powerful. Jupiter is currently sitting at 15 degrees Cancer, and in the ancient system of astrology, Cancer is Jupiter's sign of exaltation. That means Jupiter isn't just comfortable here, it's operating at maximum capacity, like a king sitting on his throne. Jupiter in Cancer expands through care. It grows by protecting, nurturing, feeding, and creating safety. When Jupiter occupies Cancer, it doesn't just bring you money, it brings you the kind of wealth that makes you feel emotionally secure for the first time in years. This isn't lottery ticket wealth that disappears in 6 months. This is generational wealth, family wealth, the kind of abundance that creates a solid foundation you can build a legacy on. It's the sudden real estate opportunity, the inheritance you didn't expect, the family member who steps in with financial support exactly when you need it, the business idea rooted in something you deeply care about that suddenly takes off. And because Jupiter is exalted here, it has the astrological strength to override negativity. Even if other parts of your chart are struggling, Jupiter in Cancer acts like a protective force field around your home, your finances, and your emotional well-being. This is why the wealth arriving tomorrow feels different. It doesn't feel like you hustled for it. It feels like the universe finally decided you deserve to be taken care of. And you do. Your logic won't work tomorrow, and that's the point. Now here's where it gets tricky. If you're someone who likes to plan everything, who needs a clear strategy before taking action, who relies on spreadsheets and 5-year plans, tomorrow is going to feel uncomfortable, because the usual tools aren't going to work. Mercury, the planet of logic, communication, and strategy, is currently retrograde in Pisces, and not only is it retrograde, exalted here, it has the astrological strength to override negativity. Even if other parts of your chart are struggling, Jupiter in Cancer acts like a protective force field around your home, your finances, and your emotional well-being. This is why the wealth arriving tomorrow feels different. It doesn't feel like you hustled for it. It feels like the universe finally decided you deserve to be taken care of. And you do. Your logic won't work tomorrow, and that's the point. Now here's where it gets tricky. If you're someone who likes to plan everything, who needs a clear strategy before taking action, who relies on spreadsheets and 5-year plans, tomorrow is going to feel uncomfortable, because the usual tools aren't going to work. Mercury, the planet of logic, communication, and strategy, is currently retrograde in Pisces, and not only is it retrograde, but Pisces is Mercury's worst placement. Mercury in Pisces is like trying to do algebra underwater. The numbers don't add up. The logic doesn't track. Everything feels foggy, confusing, and maddeningly unclear. But here's the thing, this fog is intentional. The universe is disabling your logical mind on purpose, because if you could rationally calculate the opportunities arriving tomorrow, you'd talk yourself out of them. You'd find a million reasons why it won't work. You'd overthink it into paralysis. The Sun-Jupiter trine operates on a completely different frequency. It doesn't reward the person with the best business plan. It rewards the person who trusts their gut, follows the weird hunch, takes the leap that makes no logical sense, and listens to the quiet voice that says, "Do this. I don't know why, but do it." So if your brain feels cloudy tomorrow, if you can't think straight, if you find yourself making decisions based purely on feeling, good. That's exactly where you need to be. The miracles don't enter through the front door of logic. They slip in through the back door of intuition. And speaking of intuition, pay very close attention to your dreams tonight and tomorrow night. The water trine amplifies your subconscious mind. You might receive messages, symbols, or insights while you sleep that guide you directly toward the opportunities waiting for you. Write them down, they matter. You'll feel it in your body before your mind. Let me tell you how you'll know this energy is working on you. You won't necessarily wake up tomorrow and consciously think, ah yes, the Sun-Jupiter trine is here. But your body will know. Some of you are going to feel this as a sudden lightness, like a weight you've been carrying for months just evaporated overnight. You might wake up feeling inexplicably hopeful, even if nothing external has changed yet. It's like your nervous system finally exhaled after holding its breath. Others will feel it as a strange pull, an urge to reach out to someone you haven't talked to in years, to check your email obsessively, to take a different route to work, to say yes to an invitation you'd normally decline. These aren't random impulses. These are the universe's breadcrumbs leading you to the treasure. And here's what's really interesting. Because this is a Cancer-Pisces alignment, the opportunities might come through people. A friend who suddenly remembers they owe you a favor. A family member who offers unexpected help. A stranger who overhears your conversation and happens to know exactly the right person for your project. Cancer is about family, tribe, and emotional bonds. Pisces is about universal connection and dissolving boundaries. Together, they create a web of synchronicity where help arrives from the people you least expect, at exactly the moment you need it most. So tomorrow, stay open, stay soft, pay attention to who crosses your path. The miracle might be wearing a human face. Thursday is Jupiter's day, and you need to use it. Here's something most people don't know. Every day of the week is ruled by a different planet. Monday is the moon's day, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, and Thursday belongs to Jupiter. The fact that the Sun-Jupiter trine is perfecting on a Thursday isn't a coincidence, it's cosmic stacking. When you perform manifestation work, launch a business, sign a contract, or set financial intentions on Jupiter's day, you're working with the current instead of against it. And tomorrow, Thursday, March 5th, isn't just any Jupiter day, it's the Jupiter day when the Sun is directly empowering Jupiter at Jupiter's absolute peak power. This is like having VIP access to the universe's ATM. If you want to maximize this energy, here's what you do. First, dress in Jupiter's colors: royal blue, deep purple, rich gold. These colors create an energetic resonance with the frequency of expansion and abundance. If you can't change your whole outfit, wear a blue scarf, purple earrings, or gold jewelry. Second, set your intentions during Jupiter's planetary hour. This requires a bit of calculation based on your local sunrise, but there are apps and websites that calculate planetary hours for you. The first hour after sunrise tomorrow is a Jupiter hour. So is the 8th hour of the day and the 15th hour. Pick one of these windows and use it to journal your financial goals, visualize abundance, or meditate on what you want to manifest. Third, and is a Jupiter hour. So is the 8th hour of the day and the 15th hour. Pick one of these, empowering Jupiter at Jupiter's absolute peak power. When you perform manifestation work, launch a business, sign a contract, or set financial intentions on Jupiter's day, you're working with the current instead of against it. And tomorrow, Thursday, March 5th, isn't just any Jupiter day, it's the Jupiter day when the Sun is directly empowering Jupiter at Jupiter's absolute peak power. This is like having VIP access to the universe's ATM. If you want to maximize this energy, here's what you do. First, dress in Jupiter's colors: royal blue, deep purple, rich gold. These colors create an energetic resonance with the frequency of expansion and abundance. If you can't change your whole outfit, wear a blue scarf, purple earrings, or gold jewelry. Second, set your intentions during Jupiter's planetary hour. This requires a bit of calculation based on your local sunrise, but there are apps and websites that calculate planetary hours for you. The first hour after sunrise tomorrow is a Jupiter hour. So is the 8th hour of the day and the 15th hour. Pick one of these windows and use it to journal your financial goals, visualize abundance, or meditate on what you want to manifest. Third, and this is crucial, practice generosity. Jupiter responds to magnanimity. The universe rewards those who prove they're conduits for abundance, not dams. Before you ask for wealth, give something away. Donate to a cause. Buy someone lunch. Leave a massive tip. Show the cosmos you understand that money is meant to flow, not stagnate. And finally, take a ritual bath. Fill it with salt for purification, and if you have turmeric, add a pinch. It's Jupiter's spice. As you soak, feel yourself releasing every limiting belief about money, every story that says you don't deserve abundance, every fear that wealth will corrupt you. Let the water carry it all away. Then, when you step out, visualize yourself stepping into a reality where financial miracles are your new normal. A flash of clarity cuts through the fog. Now, remember when I told you Mercury is retrograde and your logical mind won't work properly? Well, the universe isn't completely cruel. It's giving you one moment of absolute crystalline clarity in the midst of all this fog. On Friday, March 7th, just 2 days after the Sun-Jupiter trine, Mercury will conjunct the Sun in what's called a cazimi. This is when Mercury passes through the exact heart of the Sun, getting purified and illuminated in the process. For a few hours on March 7th, the mental confusion lifts, the retrograde fog clears, and in that window you'll receive a download, a sudden flash of insight, a brilliant idea, a message that clicks everything into place. This is when you'll understand what the Jupiter trine unlocked. Maybe you'll suddenly see how to structure the business idea that's been bouncing around your head. Maybe you'll receive an email that answers the question you've been asking for months. Maybe you'll have a conversation that opens a door you didn't even know existed. The Kazimi is the instruction manual for the treasure. Pay attention to what comes through on March 7th. Write it down immediately, because by the time Mercury goes fully retrograde again, you might forget the clarity you received. And here's the beautiful part. This moment of clarity arrives just before the vault fully opens. The vault opens wide on March 10th. The Sun-Jupiter trine on March 5th is the cosmic key turning in the lock, but the heavy vault door doesn't swing fully open until 5 days later. On Tuesday, March 10th, at 11:30 at night, Jupiter stations direct. To understand why this matters, you need to know that Jupiter has been retrograde since November 11th, 2025. For 4 months, Jupiter's expansive, outward-reaching energy has been turned inward, forcing everyone to reflect on their internal definitions of abundance, safety, and worthiness. It's been a long, grueling winter of internal work, delayed opportunities, stalled financial deals, blocked income streams, and all of it was preparation. When a planet stations direct, it's like releasing a dam. Everything that's been held back suddenly rushes forward with compounded force. Legal matters that have been stuck since November will suddenly resolve. Money that's been delayed will finally arrive. Opportunities that seemed dead will spring back to life with renewed vigor. And because Jupiter is stationing direct at the exact same degree where it trined the Sun just 5 days earlier, the universe is saying, remember that wealth we promised you on March 5th? Here it is, in full, with interest. This is when abstract possibilities become concrete realities. The intuitive hit you received on the 5th manifests as a job offer on the 10th. The generous act you performed on Thursday results in an unexpected windfall by the following Tuesday. The vision board you created during the trine starts to physically materialize in your bank account. March 10th is when the magic stops being invisible and becomes undeniable. It's when you look at your life and realize something has fundamentally shifted. Not everyone will see this coming. Here's what's going to be fascinating to watch over the next week. Most people won't know this transit is happening. They'll be going about their normal lives, completely unaware that the universe just handed out cosmic lottery tickets. But you know, you're reading this, you're paying attention. You're one of the people who's been doing the internal work, clearing out the old energy, staying open even when it was terrifying.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why you fits, because this transit doesn't reward everyone equally. It rewards those who are ready, those who've been clearing space, those who've been with money and abundance. Trust the process even when it doesn't make logical sense.
Me.
The people who are still clinging to old patterns, refusing to let go of what the Virgo eclipse tried to clear, operating from fear and scarcity, they'll miss it. They'll be too busy defending their limitations to notice the miracle standing right in front of them. But you won't miss it, because you understand what's happening, you feel it, and you're willing to move differently. Over the next few days, you're going to notice opportunities that other people walk right past. You're going to receive intuitive nudges that lead you to exactly the right place at exactly the right time. You're going to experience coincidences that are so perfectly timed, they stop being coincidences and start proof. And the best part, this isn't a one. The energy of this trine will continue to unfold for weeks. The wealth arriving tomorrow is just the beginning. The vault stays open through mid-March. And with this frequency, more abundance flows in. Happens after the miracle. Lesson, safety is your birthright, something you have to earn through suffering. In the weeks following March 10th, you're going to notice yourself making different choices. You'll set boundaries more easily because you're not operating from desperation anymore. You'll walk away from situations because you trust that better options exist. You'll take risks you previously thought were too dangerous because you've seen universe has your back. Is the real magic of the vault opening. It's not just about the money itself, though that's wonderful and necessary. It's about what the money represents. Proof that you are supported. Evidence that you are worthy. Confirmation that the universe is on your side. And once you know that, once you've felt it, experienced it, lived it, you can never fully go back to the old fear-based way of operating. You might slip back into old patterns occasionally, but the memory of this week will pull you back to trust, back to faith, back to the knowing that abundance is your natural state. The treasure isn't just what you receive tomorrow. The treasure is who you become when you finally let yourself receive it.
Right.
This week rewrites your financial story. We're standing at a threshold. Behind you is everything you've survived, the struggles, the doubts, the moments when you weren't sure you'd make it. Ahead of you is a completely different timeline, one where financial stress isn't the baseline, where opportunities arrive effortlessly, where your worth is finally reflected in your bank account. Tomorrow, March 5th, is the bridge between these two realities. The Sun and Jupiter are creating a portal, and you get to choose whether you step through it. Most people will hesitate. They'll let fear convince them that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. They'll talk themselves out of the intuitive hits. They'll ignore the synchronicities. They'll stay exactly where they are, wondering why nothing ever changes. But you're not most people. You're someone who pays attention to the cosmic weather. You're someone who trusts the invisible forces at work. You're someone who's been preparing for this moment, even if you didn't consciously know it.
When you stay ready,
So
you
here's
ain't
what
got to
you do.
get ready.
Tomorrow,
goddammit.
wake up with the expectation that miracles are normal. Approach the day as if the universe is actively working to deliver abundance to you, because it is. Stay open to opportunities that arrive in unexpected packages. Follow the weird hunches. Say yes to the invitations that don't make logical sense, but feel emotionally right. And most importantly, let yourself receive. Not just the money, but the support, the help, the love, the recognition. Let it in. Don't deflect it. Don't minimize it. Don't convince yourself you don't deserve it. Because you do. The universe is opening its vault tomorrow, and the treasure has your name on it. All you have to do is be brave enough to claim it. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support.
Yep, everybody testing you. All right, what's on the reaction schedule today? I'm not listening to what Terrence Howard got to say today. I don't feel like thinking that goddamn deep right now. That nigga goddamn make you think about shit, don't know. You see Terrence Howard on some shit. Well, that nigga make you think about shit. I thought I put Bill Clinton on this bitch. I probably even didn't. Don't remember. Fuck it. Good riddance. I can't even remember.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
My closest friends, my homies, I took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything turned on me. Fear is stronger than love. Remember that. That's why I wanted to at that point. Because I'm tired. If I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel, I could not be hurt. In my moment of pain, when I was shot 5 times in jail for a crime I didn't commit, they just say anything to assassinate my character. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. If God wanted me to be this person and be happy here, he wouldn't let me feel so oppressed. He wouldn't let me feel so trampled on. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me think of things I think. My whole life has been turned around. I lost every job. I lost everything, every opportunity. I can't buy cars, can't get rent, can't get none of that. But I'm still a survivor. You know, I'm still smiling, still signing autographs.
I still don't have a high school diploma. To me, if you let America tell it, I'm ignorant. I'm an ignorant black male. And that's what my point is to constantly, by day-to-day, showing how we get the short end of the stick. We get stereotyped and stuck in boxes.
If God give me breath for 20 more years, I see myself changing the world, or I have to be changed by the world. Because my thought patterns are so opposite of what's the norm. This world is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. If you're not dark inside and you come to this world, it'll turn you dark. You know what I'm saying? And so if you really have sunshine in you, it's not good to play in the dark. It's just going to extinguish your fire. I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. When I was out there by myself, with nowhere to stay, no money, drug dealers, pimps, criminals. They the only people that cared about me at that point. It's either we really keep people, do dope, sell dope, and have murders and do all this crazy stuff, or we talk about the fact that we got so close, man. If it wasn't for this rap thing, we really have to do A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And that's not good. That's not nothing to look up to, but that's the truth. That's how it is, you know? I really did believe at one point, up until I got shot, that no black person would ever shoot me. You know, I didn't have to fear my own community. I represent them. I'm their ambassador to the world. They would never harm me. They would never rob me. They would never do me wrong. But as proven by this false charge, as proven by the gunshots, as proven by a lot of the comments you read in the news and in the media, that's not true. Right now, where I'm at, the world is harsh, and I just don't got no beautiful stories. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be getting them ready, because that's why I think I messed up. Somebody would have grabbed me, pulled me to the side, and been like, look, Tupac, as soon as you step out here, they're gonna be at you. If somebody would explain it to me, I wouldn't have took the same mistakes, but I made those mistakes. Now it's my job to stop somebody else from making those same mistakes. We've been having traumatic nights always. I want to get away from it a lot. I tried to get away from it, but you can't. That's what they taught me. The streets didn't teach me that thug life can never die. The world taught me that. I thought I could retire and move on. When I moved on to the so-called real world, the civilized world, these motherfuckers is worse than the streets. It's okay for us to live in the dirt, in the gutter, in less than human conditions, but it's not okay for us to tell people that we're living in these conditions. Everything was cool, you know, the ghetto was okay, it was habitable, until we started talking about exactly what were the repercussions of living this type of lifestyle, what happens when you live in this kind of environment, what type of person it changes you into. Now all of a sudden, it's like you can't talk about that, but this is what we live in. We don't have a choice, you know what I mean?
And people right now in other countries can't even talk about the shit that's going on with the war and how certain shit is getting impacted and bombed or all type of shit in their particular area, because they want to control the media. They want to control the news how they want it. They want to present the news how they want to present it. You feel me? Propaganda. It's all about structure and order. and brainwashing the people. You feel me? I'm telling you, bro. It's about control.
Go to college. I went to school all the way and was ready to go to college. The only thing that stopped me was money. But all the kids in my school was writing applications to go to college. I didn't have no lights and no electricity. Like, I know a lot of people that are in college, they have their lives already okay. You know what I mean? Like someone's paying for them to go to college. They have somewhere to live. They got somewhere to live while they're going to college. So they get money, all that. Somebody can pay the tuition, all that. I don't have that. Until I can have that, I can't go to college, even though I want to. I'm a high school dropout. You know what I'm saying? As far as my teacher told me when I was in high school, I ain't gonna be. We need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it from. For us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help because we have been here. We have been a good friend, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You know, you dressed up in jewels. Now Americans got jewels and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. If I know that in this hotel room they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over. I mean, just like throwing food around, but they're telling me there's no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I'm standing
Every
outside
day.
trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying?
Every
We are hungry,
fucking
please let
day.
us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is gonna change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, you know, give me a food, breaking out the door. And after a year, then you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reached your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them. You know, with civil rights movement. We was asking. You know, now those people that were asking, they're all in jail. So now, what do you think we're gonna do? But they got this cool way to keep a brother broke. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, I got like 7 lawsuits against me for nothing. But I still got to pay the lawyers. Still got to pay everybody to go to court. Still got to pay for a bodyguard. Because now they say I gotta have one. You know, I still got to pay. You know, it's just more bills. They give me more checks, but they also give me more bills. I had to go through all that street war, everything, the same drugs that everybody else get turned out
They
on.
give you
know,
more
where I would've been
checks, but
stopped
they
short,
give
I
you
made it
more
past,
bills.
and here's where I am. You can
The more money, more problems. They give us more checks, but they give us more bills. Even if you make it, you don't make it out for real. Especially if you a nigga gotta sell your soul to make it out of here. They say that nigga Jay-Z sold niggas soul for real. Used to sell niggas soul for real.
see where I haven't had a father when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. I smoked weed, I hung out with the drug dealers and the criminals.
That made you feel better?
Interestingly enough, yes, because they have those same problems and they found a way to get out of it. As a kid, this is what I was thinking. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. There's words that comes from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But to me, these were my role models.
And let me show you what they did to Tupac Shakur. All that movie, that didn't mean nothing to OPD. I was still an NIGGA, and they proved it. And if you can see this, Mr. Cameraman, all of this is scars I go to my grave with.
I can't
These
say
are learn to be scars.
Who did that to you?
Oakland Police Department, all above my eye, all that. Because I was an outspoken young black man. They were sweating me for jaywalking. Swear to you, I don't even know what jaywalking is. Didn't until they beat me down for it.
Run
What the
Windows,
fuck
Linux,
is
and more on
jaywalking?
your Mac with unmatched performance and compatibility.
And does jaywalking, the term jaywalking have anything to do with why the motherfuckers call it Jay? Well, no, we know why they call it Jay. They junkie start with a J. Yeah. Alright,
The boundaries. We will never
but
change
Jay
anything. We
walking
will never
is
begin
tripping.
anything. We will never start anything. They tell me you can't do this. You can only rap. And if you rap, you can only rap about this. And then you can't act. And if you act, you can only do the black film. So I don't like that. So I try to go outside the boundaries. Sometimes it's effective and it's positive. Sometimes it's negative and it blows up in my face. And everybody in this business is always.
But either way, excuse me, we always attempting to create a positive impact today and later, regardless if we have to do it negatively or positively. We just creating a positive impact. You feel me? A lot of times to create a positive impact, it may require some negative activities. Facts. All right. Well, what's next? I don't be getting that shit though.
At that particular time, a lot of girls, they see my face on TV so many times that that's what they want. They want to be associated with that person. It's the fame that get these people. It is not me. It's the fact. Because I watched females look at me when they didn't know who I was, and I can see it, nothing. And then as soon as somebody whispered who I was, it's this glare in their eye. You make yourself want that person, you know?
How do you feel about that?
I don't understand how people could stand next to you 1 year, and next year they cannot stand there. They're just going crazy screaming. They just can't take it that you're right there. But just last year, I was in the same club, walking around lonely like a you know what I'm saying? Couldn't get a date. Couldn't get nobody to dance with me.
Lonely like a
too
motherfucker,
something.
man.
And now he's just adorable. He's just, At that particular time, a lot of girls, they see my face on TV so many times that that's what they want. They want to be associated with that person. It's the fame that get these people. It is not me.
It's the fame. It's the money. That's really what it be for real. You got shit going on, man. You get all in that bitch you want, man. You feel me? You just gotta remember, them bitches gonna go with the next nigga that's popping more than you if they got the opportunity to. That's all. Just remember that, little nigga. That's why when you popping, when you get popping, nigga, and them little hoes, little strata get up, they be on your trail, do not get trapped. When they get on your trail, handle your business. Don't fall. I'm gonna tell you, boy, to truly understand a woman is to never fall in love again, boy. I promise you. Boy, don't you? You can love a bitch, but boy, you better not trust them. You can love everybody, love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, goddamn. I always say Jackie Moon. That's my favorite movie from the nigga. What the shit? That's one of my favorite movies. Fuck, I can't even think of the name of the movie. But the character Jackie Moon said, who the fuck played him? I keep forgetting that nigga name too. Yeah, but you can love a bitch now. You can love them bitches. But boy, you better not trust them. You can love them bitches, boy, but you better not trust them. That's all I gotta say about that, boy. You can love them bitches, but you better not trust them. On everything, boy. That shit could cost you everything. On everything, nigga. That shit could cost you everything. G shit. No shit. I do got some shit to do, don't I? I said I'll go do some shit. I got to go do that. Regardless, I got to go do that. Because I said I would. And I'm a man of my motherfucking word. So I'm finna go handle that. And then I'll be back in about an hour flat. And we back with some more real nigga reactions. Never forget, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Ass niggas gonna talk out and then fuck niggas gonna hate. Regardless. I promise you that. Welcome to the Lit House. We'll be right back. Whatever you do, keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me?
Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, they pay attention.